Hey guys, today we gotta talk about a really big win for Xbox, which is starting next week, August 31st. They will be launching their disc to digital program for all Xbox insiders, and then obviously later on the broader player base will get access to this as well. Now, what disc to digital is actually really cool. So if you have an Xbox Series disc or an Xbox One disc, you can insert it into your Xbox and it will unlock a digital license tied to your account. And that digital license does act like as if you purchased it digitally, so you're going to have access to play it anywhere, even if you don't have a disc inserted, and you're going to be able to play it on ROG Allies, PCs if it's supported. It acts as if you own that title and you purchased it digitally while still maintaining that physical copy, that physical license, so you own that media as well. Now, obviously, I think the timing of this announcement is perfect by intention. Sony has been getting a lot of backlash trying to get rid of physical media and having an all digital future for their platform, and also, of course, the you don't own your games type of mentality that both game publishers and these console manufacturers have been pushing. However, Xbox, especially with its new CEO, has been trying to flip the brand and make it better. And I think one of the things that Asha Sharma, the new Xbox CEO, understands is that in order to really win gamers back, they need to be more pro-consumer. And this is a massive pro-consumer decision by her. And it's obviously something I feel pretty passionate about because I've made video after video these past couple weeks complaining about Sony getting rid of physical media, talking about how I think the preservation of physical media for the Xbox, which is literally my last video, would be absolutely massive and huge for the next generation of their console. The only thing that I would say I'm worried a little bit about is I really want the next Xbox console, Project Helix, to have a physical disc version. I'm okay if there's a digital version. I get that not everybody out there really cares or uses the physical disc version, but I would love to see the console have a physical disc drive, which is not only important to continue this preservation of these games, because again, even though we're getting digital licenses for free if you have a physical copy of the game, that still relies on having the hardware to play it in case, Xbox digital licenses no longer work. I mean, maybe we live in a future where it all goes away and the only way to play it is actually having that hardware where you can put in that disc and have that license in that disc and again own the media that you purchase. Not to mention, I also am just a huge fan of like the 4K player in the Xbox and the PlayStation. It just makes it convenient if you are, again, someone who likes physical media like myself and you like to buy like 4K Blu-rays. Having them be able to play them is huge, and it means you don't have to buy another 4K Blu-ray player, even if some of them do a better job than the consoles do. But either way, this is a really big win for Xbox. I think it is going to bring a lot of confidence to the brand, obviously kind of setting up a successful launch for Project Helix, which should be coming out next year. Hopefully that's the case. And it might even force Sony's hand to backtrack some of the bad decisions they've been making lately and set up the PlayStation 6 to also be a very successful and pro-consumer console. But either way, I just really want to give credit to Xbox and to the new CEO. I think a lot of the decisions that she's been making have been really awesome and a little bit of a surprise to me and many others. Also, I do kind of want to wrap this up by mentioning that I think this will really help boost physical media sales, which is huge because if you care about physical media, you know that you need to have these sales in order to kind of make the market support it, right? If there's nobody buying physical discs, then there's no incentive for these companies to support physical media. And when that goes away, that obviously means ownership in these actual titles, video games, movies, whatever we're purchasing, goes away. It also means collecting goes away. It also means that your local game store is probably going to close down if you still even have any of them around. And I want to just point out that this can really help those stores, whether it's like local GameStop, which I know is not a local game store, right? That's like a big company, but GameStops, other mom and pop shops. It's not really a lot other that I know anymore. Like Play and Trade, I think is gone for a long time now. Best Buy, I guess, but again, we're talking big box retailers now. Best Buy used to have some pretty cool deals on like physical media, but that's all gone away. So point being, when you have this incentive for consumers to purchase a physical media because they're also going to get the convenience of that digital license, you might see physical media sales go up quite a bit, and that will really help support a market that continues to manufacture and sell physical media versions of whatever content you're trying to purchase. And obviously us consumers get all the benefits that come with having physical media, as well as the benefits of the digital license in this particular case, which is awesome. And I realize how a lot of people might think like, hey, this is going to just fizzle off and die. Nobody really cares. Nobody really buys physical media anymore. But kind of going back to what I said, one of the biggest reasons why physical media isn't as popular is because a lot of people chose the convenience of a digital license. And I don't dislike people for doing that. I've done it plenty of times. Matter of fact, I primarily play on PC now, and pretty much all PC games are just digital. But with that being said, obviously, when you have the convenience of both and you're able to go purchase a video game from GameStop or whoever you want to support, and you still get that convenience on top of actually owning that physical media, a lot of people will choose that option. So I really don't think that this is me just being overly hype about this. I think it is actually big news, and I think it will be really good for the consumer and the industry as a whole. But with all that being said, I want to wrap this video up by just saying really good job, Xbox. Keep the good news coming, keep at it, and I think we might actually have a really good launch for the next generation Xbox console. But that wraps it up for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I appreciate you guys, and I will see you all later.